So it looks like Gogeta is going to be coming up next for Global Dokkan. And thanks to iSeriously for letting us know. He let out a little tweet yesterday talking about the fact that a stacking type unit is going to be dropping next, which means Gogeta. Gogeta is a temporary stacker. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is going over Gogeta, the other units involved on his banner, and then taking a look at some of the stuff that we could be getting during that campaign based on what happened on JP. Now, I do have to say, shout out to Truth, as well as the Dokkan Wiki, both. Number one, the Dokkan Wiki, you'll see why in a second, why the Dokkan Wiki is so incredible. The team behind this is fantastic because the way that they present the information is beautiful. But also shout out to Truth because as I was putting together my tabs for this video, I was expressing some frustration on how tedious it can be sometimes to put some tabs together. And I just wish that there was a way to get a very concrete, easy to read, bare bones rundown of a campaign instead of having to go through like this and then clicking on various tabs to find alternate resources. I wish there was another way to view basically the way things play out for various campaigns. And then my friend referenced a moment in Truth's video talking about the Gogeta news. Normally, I don't like to watch other Dokkan tubers' videos before I make my own because I don't want it to influence the way that I talk about things or present certain things that could be misconstrued as copying. I don't copy any videos. But for this one, for full transparency's sake, I am going to reference Truth's video in the description or in the pinned comment. Just provide a link to his video. Just in case some of you are like,
are you copying Truth, man? Can't you do anything original yourself?
So I'm just, trying to be fully upfront here. So yeah, shout out to both Truth and the Dokkan Wiki. Right now on Global, we are dealing with this masterpiece right here, Kid Gohan and Garlic Jr. I'm sure a lot of you are going crazy on these banners. Not really. But if you are, good for you. But now, with this Gogeta news, you may want to dial it back just a little bit. And with part 2 on the way, featuring LR Goku and Piccolo, I don't foresee this banner getting a whole lot of traction, especially now with that, because we kind of now have an idea what's going to be coming up before Heroes, right? We've got part 2 for this, then we've got the Gogeta, which should take up the rest of the time. But then also, we're going to have the Halloween stuff in there too, so Global Dokkan's going to be kept busy until Heroes. But then we got Heroes, and then we got all the Christmas stuff. So it's going to be a busy time for Dokkan, to say the least. So there's your Goku Piccolo, and then here's the Gogeta. This is the Gogeta banner, or the Gogeta campaign that JP had. Funny enough, they had the Tanabata happen a week afterward. For so a double Gogeta banner appearance popping up there, as well as the 6-year anniversary. So we're going to be going over these units right now. This is, of course, the featured list. If you guys saw my Red Coin Shop video, you saw me talk about these units as well. Because at the moment, while you can buy some units from the Red Coin Shop, I feel like there's a little bit more validation to the notion that maybe you shouldn't spend at the moment, because there are some pretty great lineups coming up for you to purchase from. So if you haven't summoned or bought anything and you're on the fence, maybe this video and a couple more videos on the horizon will help you make up your mind. So we're going to go over the Gogeta, and we're going to go over the Gotenks, and then we're going to talk about all of the EZAs that are also possibly going to be coming up along with this new unit. Because on the JP side, when they got this, it was EZA after EZA after EZA after EZA. I remember thinking to myself, I'm actually making pretty good time on these max link level units, getting them ready for what's coming up next. And then they just kept hitting us with EZA after EZA after EZA. And I just said, you know what? I give up. I can't do it. I just can't keep up. I can't keep up. It's too much. I just can't do it. I'm not at Truth's level. I don't have the patience for that. I gave up. So I definitely hope that we can actually get all those EZAs on top of everything else. So we're going to go over that in just a second. So here we go. We'll start with Gotenks. Gotenks is right here. Time limit. Key +3, 120%. Raises defense for 1 turn. Cause supreme damage to the enemy with a medium chance to stun. Attack and defense +120, plus an additional attack and defense +70%, and high chance of performing a critical hit when facing only 1 enemy. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack when facing 2 or more enemies. Yo, so you could launch up to 3 super attacks in 1 turn if you're lucky. That's crazy. Time limit, category allies, key +3, 40% stats. What the heck? Okay. I already read this unit before, and I've done videos on them before. But that is, that's Dokkan Fest level good. That's really, really good. AoE, defense boosting, stunning, and nice support, 40%. That's way too good. All right, here's the Gogeta. I'm not going to read all of this, but basically this is the unit that called into question whether or not the STR Vegito LR was still King of Dokkan, and an ongoing debate ensued, which I guess has now come to a conclusion that the STR Vegito is slightly better. But I think the way that they built this unit was to basically bring another unit to the discussion of best unit, because they both are really, really good, and they both can do essentially the same stuff with some minor differences. It's kind of like in Smash Bros. I'm going to reference Super Smash Brothers. You have a character like Roy, and then you have Chrom. They function essentially the same way, but they have some differences that could be seen as positives or negatives. Whereas in this case, apparently, according to the community, it is generally assumed or understood that the Vegito is better. But some cases can be made for this one, like the Nullify effect. Vegito doesn't have that. Damage reduction, Vegeta doesn't have that either. But then the drawback is that foreseeing enemy super attacks has been cut in half to 5 turns. So, you know, it's kind of a give and take. The heal is less. A lot of different stuff going for these two units. All I can say is that I am hyped for this Gogeta. Time Limit and Connected Hope's massive leader here. So a must-have in any Dokkan box. So look forward to me summoning. Hopefully you guys get to summon as well, at least a little bit, for this unbelievably powerful unit. After that, what do we got? Oh wait, this is the Gotenks. No, it's the same Gogeta, doubled up. Now we're going to be looking at this. So this is the thing that I found out about when my friend referenced Truth's video. And once again, a big shout out to the Dokkan Wiki for being able to do something like this too. This is basically what's called the timeline of events, and it basically breaks down all the campaigns into just the bare bones of the things that happens. I never knew that this existed on the Dokkan Wiki, so I'm very much appreciative of this, and I'm going to be looking at this from now on, honestly. So this is where we're at currently for Global. We're looking at the JP timeline, but this is where we're at right now. So we've got the Gohan Garlic Jr. right here. You got the STR Piccolo. Oh boy, take a look at that. Don't recognize him? I'll explain. That is Trunks. This free-to-play LR is the next unit to pick up by beating Super Battle Road. The Super Battle Road stages 41 through 50 have not yet released on Global, and according to the timeline, JP got it during the Garlic Jr. Kid Gohan section of the celebration. So it kind of sucks that Global didn't get it, but we'll get it eventually. But these are the categories that we're missing. This will be dropping eventually. I'm hoping during part 2 we'll actually get this instead of part 1. But let's move on and see. So we had Cooler, Chain Battle, and then part 2, this is where we get the LR Goku Piccolo. And the Awakening for the Piccolo as well, the free-to-play one. They also got the LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan EZA. Honestly, if I have to pick between this and Super Battle Road, I'm taking Super Battle Road. I don't need this. I can live without this for a little while. And now we're at the Gogeta campaign. So this is the Gogeta campaign for JP. They had Infinite Dragon Ball History, new Dokkan event, an exclusive Fusion Skill Orb event as well. Awakenings for the 2 new units. The Frieza event, or the Frieza unit from the Dokkan of the Dead gets his awakening as well. Then we got Chain Battle, Clash, and then we are going to be getting 1, 2, oh, no, actually, it's not confirmed, but JP got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 EZAs in the span of like 2 weeks. It was insane. I remember sitting in on 23-8 and then finding out on Twitter, more EZAs are dropping, more EZAs are dropping. I had pretty good pace at that point. I struck a really good balance between farming out links, you know, covering Dokkan, doing my own thing, and I was actually able to level up units pretty quickly. Then these units just started piling up, and I just said, you know what? I give up. I can't do it. It's just too much for me. It's too much. But you know what? I'm not going to complain about the fact that we're getting more EZAs for units that have been sorely irrelevant for an eternity. So I'm going to just boot up these tabs real quick, and we're going to go over all of them right now. We've got summonable units. We've got free-to-play units. We've got friend summon units. We've got units that you've never even heard of, all getting EZAs, all for the better. So let's start by taking a look at the free-to-play Super Saiyan Son Goku. This guy becomes a Super Saiyan's Ki plus 3, 77% lead. And then I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is this the first time we're seeing a triple sub-lead for types? Ki plus 3, 40% stats. Raises attack and defense 1 turn. By the way, I'm going to briefly run through these information pages. I don't want to go too much in depth because I've already touched on this stuff before, and I don't want to drag out this video for too long, so I'm going to be very brief with this. temporarily stacks, basically. Attack and defense plus 100. Defense plus 200% and high chance of guarding when HP is under 50%. All allies ki plus 3 attack and defense plus 30% when there's over 50%. So he gets a massive overhaul from what he used to be. But his stats were pretty low to begin with, so this crazy number like defense plus 200, attack and defense plus 170 and all that, it's really not amounting to much since his stats are, look, barely 10,000. So actually, post EZ8, they're 12,000. So he's a very basic unit, but he's free to play, so he's pretty good. For free to play anyway. Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, he also gets the triple type lead effect. So 3 types, ki plus 3, 80% stats. Cause supreme damage, raises attack for 3 turns, raises attack by 50%. That's a good boost. Attack and defense plus 100 plus an additional attack and defense plus 8 each time ki rises. Basically, this is a multiplier passive. So what this means is like, if you're running a dual ki plus 3, 150% Vegeta's family lead, and then this guy's on your team, let's say you don't have any links that give you extra ki. You're just getting the 6 ki from the double leader skill. When you're going into that turn, you're going to have attack plus 100% plus an additional attack plus 48%. 6 times the 8% that you're going to be getting for each ki. That's basically how that works. So if you pick up another 6 ki, you would get more ki or more stats, but it would cap at 80%, which means up to 10 ki, each ki counter will actually count as more stats for you. That's how this one works. I was a little confused about that at first, so he's going to be much better. Then we got the Super Saiyan 2 Son Goku GT. With this guy's EZA, he actually becomes relevant on long-form events. This is what he used to be. Now look what he does. Raises attack and defense permanently, causes supreme damage. Attack and defense plus 150%, and then it gets a little bit extra after performing a super attack. So he's good to go. And the great thing about this unit is that you can actually farm him out fully free to play. Stay tuned to my next video releasing later today, where I talk about it. You'll see. You'll all see. Up next, we're looking at Majoub. Probably the one unit that made my skin crawl every single time I summoned this unit. It felt like not only did I waste my multi, but I deserve a refund. That's how bad it was. So, yeah, this guy's finally getting an EZA. He goes from... This is a summonable unit, but he's got, like, absurd below free-to-play stats. Or passive, anyway. All types ki plus 3. It becomes all types ki plus 60%. Raises attack and defense for 1 turn. Causes supreme damage. Lowers attack. Attack and defense plus 120 plus an additional attack and defense up to 80. Attacks effective against all types when you're above 80%. Randomly changes keys for a certain type to rainbow. So much better than what he used to be. Moving on, we've got the final mono type lead, Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku. Finally. But this is what JP got. We just got the cooler. So are we going to maybe get this on global soon after? I'm not sure. But we're just going to go over all of them really quick briefly. This guy goes from being an offensive only unit to being a defensive and offensive nuke with an attack and defense plus 30% boost per rainbow key sphere obtained. Kind of like the Go Tanks, the Int Ghost Tanks, free to play. Raise attack and defense for 1 turn, can stun, immense damage. Basically, he goes from 0 to hero. He's very, very, very good. And he also changes orbs to rainbow to facilitate his attack and defense plus 30% boost. He's an extremely good unit. So when he gets his EZA on global, whenever that is, hopefully it's during the Gogeta campaign, he will be the final piece to complete the 120s. Very, very exciting. Up next after that, we got the Tech Pycon. Probably the surprise failure among the EZAs because he doesn't really amount to much. He does get relevant stats and everything. Tech and STR key plus 390%. Attack plus 81%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 98 when attacking. Key plus 3 when facing only one enemy. Otherworld Warriors category allies defense plus 40%. He's still good, but it's just like you were kind of expecting more. For him, anyway. He does support Otherworld Warriors a little bit, but yeah. Kind of a whack EZA if you ask me, but I'm still going to run the guy, and I'm still excited to use him, because I do love me some Pycon. It seems like I always like the units that suck. Why is that? Anyway, let's move on. Goku Bulma, I am definitely not going to be reading this novel right here. Trust me when I say that this EZA, whenever we get this for completing the next batch of Extreme Super Battle Roads, you'll get to Extreme Z Awaken this LR free-to-play into this one. Key plus 4, 130% for youth. Much better unit. Just take my word on it, or if you want to do, just pause the video. Here, I'm going to pause it. You pause it right there, read this, and then pause it right here and read this. I am not going to sit here and read all that, because there's just too much to do. But trust me, I promise you, a lot better. A lot better. Probably the one that I'm most looking forward to, which is going to be the Friend Summon Saiyan 1 and 2. Saiyan 1 and 2 has been there for me since basically like day 3 of me playing Dokkan. I thought the world of this unit because I thought the art was amazing. I think this was the first time I saw the animations for an LR, so I was like very much attached to Saiyan 1 and 2, so it's nice to see that the EZA made them so much better. Ki +3, 130% stats now. Before, you could run this actually as a lead, but you wouldn't get Ki. You kind of have to rely on the Ki coming from the passive. Now, you're getting Ki in the leader skill as well as the passive. So Ki +3, 130% stats for super allies when including all 5 types. Raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal seals. Raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to the enemy, and raises superclass allies attack by 30% for 2 turns. Still a very powerful ability, because if, let's say, you're on the final slot attacking with an Ultra Super with this guy, the 2 turns boost will allow the next turn to benefit from what you just did. Passive attack and defense +70, superclass allies, Ki +4, defense +50, plus an additional attack +58%, launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack when attacking evil people. Extreme class enemies, defense -70%. Much better. Much better. One of the few units I am looking forward to running in just basically every event possible. I want to see how well this unit can run on everything. I love Saiyan 1 and 2. Last two, we've got the final 2 units here. We've got Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, who used to be simply just a support with stats, attack and defense +35%. Pretty good support, honestly. That's a lot, especially given when he released. September of 2017 for JP, 2018 for Global. So it's about time he gets that boost here. And with the boost, his support doesn't change, but he does get more meat on his passive. He actually get a base passive. He can do more than just support. He can perform critical hits. He could evade after performing a certain number of attacks. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. All types lead. Much better unit. And then lastly, Super Saiyan Vegeta is the final one to be getting an EZA. Now, what's weird about this one is that actually his leader skill just goes from 50% to 80%, leading 3 different types, but not providing any Ki. I don't know if this is a typo, because I don't, play JP. Let me know in the comments, JP players, if this is actually real or not. But he leads those 3 types with 80% stats, but doesn't provide Ki, which kind of sucks. Causes supreme damage, greatly lowers defense, attack and defense +120, plus an additional attack and defense +40 when performing a super attack. Attacked enemies, attack and defense -40%. So this kind of technically would function as a greatly lowering of attack and greatly lowering defense, because when you greatly lower defense, you're doing so by 50% for 3 turns. Here you're lowering by 40%, so it kind of functions the same way. But that is all of the EZAs. So yeah, JP got a lot of stuff during this Gogeta campaign. Let's just hope that we can get something similar. Now, the fact that I mentioned the Kid Goku Bulma EZA means that they also got the Extreme Super Battle Road. I don't know if Global would be getting Extreme Super Battle Road stages and regular Super Battle Road stages so soon after one another. Not to say that we even have one on the horizon, but if we did, I don't know which one I would want more. Would I want Super Battle Road stages 41 through 50? Or would I want Extreme Super Battle Road stages for the next batch? I'm not sure. Why don't you let me know in the comments what you would prefer? If you had to pick one or the other, which one would you take? And I would imagine we would probably get some more chain battles, probably a world tournament, and all that good stuff, because world tournament happened right after for JP. So that is pretty much it. A rundown, a preview, a look ahead, whatever you want to call it, to the Gogeta stuff that will be coming up on Global soon. Be hyped, folks, because now we have more stuff to look forward to other than just heroes. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below and let me know in the comments, what are you most excited for? If you had to choose between Super Battle Road and Extreme Super Battle Road, which one would you take? And then, out of all of those EZAs, give me your top 3. There's 10 listed. Out of all of those, which of those are the top 3 for you in terms of anticipation for EZAs? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future, and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly. Okay, bye-bye.